evening, everybody. It's your favorite presenter, Chels, and this is True Dreams Multi-Concept Limited. Today, we are here at the prestigious Uyi Grand Hotel and Suites, located in Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria, for the reunion ceremony of the Eghoba Class of 82 of the Eghoba Grammar School. It's been 37 years and counting for these prestigious and honorable men, and we have come to join them to celebrate and thank God. Unfortunately, some of them have gone before us to meet their maker. May their souls rest in peace. We wish the Eghoba Class of 82 of Eghoba Grammar School many more years of unity, strength, and peace. We'll come back. Let's see what's happening inside.
I'm famous Odige. Okay. I'm a chartered accountant by profession. Okay. And the Edo Data Coordinator of Class of 82 currently. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, sir, after 37 years, have you had the opportunity to visit Eghoba Grammar School again?
Oh, yes, yes. We've done that a couple of times in the past, and severally we have had reason to impart in terms of trying to address the infrastructural deficit in the school. Yes, we had, for example, provided security facilities by way of burglary proof, in some of the offices in the past. Yes, we did that, and currently now we have keyed into the arrangement of the global body, the Global Old Boys Association, which has a plan of doing projects, hostel and classroom projects, running into between 20 to 50 million between now and the next 2 years. So the class, as the class of 82, is partnering with the general old boys to ensure that those projects are realized in good time.
Okay, that's so good. We've heard from him that the class of 82 has really been able to make an impact in Eghoba Grammar School. We've heard of the project they've done and recent project they are yet to do. So, sir, can you tell us what are some of your hobbies?
Oh, okay. I love reading, listening to music, and tennis, and some minimal sports.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
What does 37 years after secondary school mean to you?
It means a lot, and that is why we target 37 years stronger. First and foremost, we give thanks to Almighty God that after 37 years we are all alive, and it has given us good health, and we are hale and hearty. 37 years ago, that was when we left school. We were very small. Nobody knew what anybody would become. We were having dreams here and there. But after meeting, coming together 37 years physically again, we have targeted 37 years stronger, and it is 37 great years. In fact, it is a great reunion. There are many of my class guys now that when I see them, I cannot remember their names again, but the moment I look at the face very well, but by the time I mention the first name, and I mention the second name, the full name. So it be so marvelous, and all of us now in different walks of life, in different areas. We have generals, AVMs, professors, doctors here and there. I, for one, am an estate surveyor and valuer, a project manager, a real estate consultant. So it's been a great happiness for us to be united, and at this moment I commend those of us, those among us that actually brought up this idea to organize these things, because otherwise such an occasion is very rare. So we give glory to God, and we are moving forward. We thank together and foster us and move it forward. So we thank God.
So, sir, what are some of the memories that Eghoba Grammar School brought to you that you can't forget?
Well, there are some memories we can't forget, even though we are all men now. The moment we gather this afternoon, we still remember how we used to do and all that. There were some we tag as very hard guys. We know them. There were some we tag very humble. So even when we see ourselves now, we still call ourselves the names we used to call ourselves, because no matter what you are today, anybody try to be your friend today maybe because of your position. But for people you have been together at that time, you still look at them with that eye. Whether you are a general now, that time we still call you what we used to call you. So these are some of the fun and memories.
Well, the truth of the matter, no matter who you become tomorrow, your young adult, the formative stage of your life, you usually share it with those people that are your old boys. Whether you get to the university or not, you're already formed as a man by the time you leave. So these are the people you always fall back to. When things fail for you, most often they are there to like rescue you, because they know you when you were still relatively innocent. That's what I'll tell anybody. Don't ever let your old school boys be your adversaries. They should be your friend, maybe even as close as brothers. Some are even closer than brothers. That's my advice, really.
Okay, we've heard an advice from him. Don't ever let the people you've always known, don't let them down. Always fall back to them.
My name is Dr. Chukwemeka Diji.
Okay.
I was the deputy senior prefect for the class. I'm a lecturer at the University of Ibadan. Yeah.
So, sir, as a prefect, then what memories can you remember?
A lot, because I was the smallest among them, and I was the deputy senior prefect. So I had to fight intimidation by size. But now, after 37 years, I'm bigger than all of them.
That's true, sir.
Yes.
We thank God for that. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
We also thank God too that no matter what has happened, we are still moving stronger every day. That's why if you look at the team, 37 years stronger.
It's been a long time, but you know, this family of guys you see around here, we have kept such close. We are brothers. That's what we are. There's no other way to describe us. We have kept the bond going over the years, being there, supporting each other. You know, just making sure that we carry ourselves along. And it's been, I mean, there've been ups and downs along the way, but I think what's happening here is a testimony to the triumph that, you know, the celebration that we've all come to acknowledge. There is a lot to benefit from being close to your brothers, you know, which is what we are. In spite of how old we all are now, when we come together, you know, our youthfulness comes out, you know, so we behave like we're 16 again, and you know, we just have fun, enjoy life, and appreciate God for the multiple blessings that you know, we've all had, you know. So that's the story.
Indeed, it's been 37 years stronger, 37 years of togetherness and unity. We pray God that togetherness still lives on. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
I think what we're doing here now is the best way for students to behave. While you are in school, do the right thing by, you know, reading your books, be good ambassadors of your home, and then try and be good friends life after school. If we are not good friends, we will be here gathered. We trusted in each other, we love each other, we work together. And after school, we are still continuing, and that's what you are seeing here. We are still bonding. It's good to bond while you are in school, and then life after that, because there's no way one will not be of assistance to the other. Like the common saying we had those days, a tree cannot make a forest. You need all the other people around you. In our midst here, we have a military general. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have farmers. So like myself, I'm a farmer. I'm an oil palm farmer. I produce palm oil. There are a lot of other guys there who are medical doctors, even in UK, US, nurses, they are out there. So it's good while you are in school. While you are you know, facing your academic work, try and be friends to your friends, to your colleagues. Be good friends so that after school you continue in that same manner.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, is there one thing you learned here in Eghosa that you take anywhere with you?
So many things. Character. It's a great thing that you will learn. Yes, in those days, the impression was Eghosa students are stubborn. But that character was imbued in every Eghosa student. If anywhere you see them, you can distinguish them. Are you getting it? And we share love. That will make that school peculiar. We share love. We pull each other up. So those are things you take away from that school. It's a peculiar school. And we always encourage every sex to unite. There is a need to unite because there is power when you are united. And that's what that set demonstrated. Those are the things I will take away from that set. I take away intelligence, focusedness.
Okay, by your side we have, what's her name?
That's my wife, Pastor Mrs. Constance Amayo.
Okay, hello, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you today, ma?
I'm good.
Ma, you're looking very beautiful.
Thank you.
And who do you credit your outfits to this evening?
Sorry?
Who do you credit your outfits to?
To my husband.
Wow, that's really nice. Okay, your husband is a student or was a student of Eghosa, right?
Yes.
So what was that thing you really learned from him that he picked up from here from Eghosa?
Okay, they're all intelligent people, you know. Meeting him, I met him as someone that is very intelligent, and having come in contact with the classmates, I found out too that they're all, you know, intelligent. They share that in common. Fascinating, and they're all fascinating. They have sense of humor, and they're all intelligent.
Wow, intelligent. Okay, sir, now tell us, what is that thing you learned here from Eghosa?
Well, Eghosa is a school that molds character. One thing I discovered that we all have in common that we got from Eghosa was this confidence, exposure to unusual knowledge. I don't know what kind of school I can tell Eghosa to be, but it gave us the ingredients to become stars. And everyone that came from Eghosa, there's a uniqueness about them. Yes, truly speaking, I'm not joking, I'm not exaggerating. There's something unique about us. And it's a school that we will never forget. Yes.
Okay, if I may ask, what are the changes that you've seen in Eghosa that was not there a few years back?
Eghosa Grammar School, the compound, you mean the structure? Yes. No. Well, we have gone to look at the school, and we have seen that there are a lot of dilapidation in the school structure, and as a body we are working together to do some renovations, immediate changes and remedy to make it better for the present day students. When we were there, it was really good. It was a garden school. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Being in Eghosa was joyful, and there was so much pride in it. But today, by the grace of God, with our class and the global body of Eghosa old boys, we are going to make the school good again.
Thank you very much, sir. So can you please recite your school anthem?
We are the children, no, we are the students of Eghosa School. I've forgotten.
Thank you very much.
Celebration time. Come on now, let the soul unwind. We need a party song, a song that's meant to jump. Let it rum bum bum bum. Let it rum bum bum bum. People said I'm feeling hot. All the party people said I'm feeling hot. And we hear it from the top, you're feeling hot. You hear it from the top, you're feeling hot. And you come to the party and what you got? You come to the party and what you got? Well, I'm hot, you're hot. He's hot.
My name is Victor Gayo. They said I was a noisemaker in class. You are. I'm not saying noisemaker, I'm an adult now. Very gentle. Gentle to a fault. Well, let us keep our secret. I'm in a farming business, oil palm. I produce palm oil. My wife belong to Benizo.
Thank you. And why meeting?
I'm Mark Lord Chris Ikini.
Why shirt? Why shirt? We get off.
I'm from Delta Zone.
No, I do Delta.
Okay, I do Delta Zone. And precisely, I'm an educationist with Delta State Government Asaba. Thank you.
My name is Cyril Awari. Keep quiet, my friend. Cyril Awari, a graphic designer, safety consultant. Shame me for what? My name is Cyril Awari, a graphic designer of Reput, safety consultant to the oil and gas industry, currently a PhD student at University of Benin.
And the only assistant officer that does not follow
Please, one house. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
One house, don't be the God.
Oba is my name, and to the glory of God, I'm a deputy director, National Health Insurance Scheme. I belong to Benin Zone and the current secretary.
I'm Reverend Leonard Boyd. I'm the treasurer. I'm a pastor. Yeah, I say I'm Reverend Leonard Boyd there.
With which church?
I'm the national treasurer. I'm a pastor with Christ Apostolic Church of God's Mission.
Christ?
I'm a media practitioner, event manager, film producer, and a music producer also. Yeah, I run True Dreams Multi-Concert Limited. Wow. I'm the president and CEO.
Hallelujah. My name is Emmanuel Amayo. I'm a pastor, educationist. I'm the only one who is privileged to have dual membership. I'm here as a member, my wife is here as a member. Praise the Lord. Yeah. My wife is the first member of the association. Praise the Lord. What the class 5C. I was the only one that received slap during WAEC, during mathematics exam. Yes, the senior pastor of Jesus House Universal Chapel Wari, a member of the Delta Edo region.
My name is Monday Rema.
Hello. Moren on Monday.
Monday Rema. 5A, from 1A to 5A. I'm a contractor, I do business. I was a civil servant, I retired from federal civil service. Yes, I'm a business.
Gentlemen, go ahead. Camera is recording. My name is Kingsley Ukpedo. Yes. I'm based in the UK. I'm a solicitor, so I belong to the Europe group. Lawyer.
Momodu Abdulaziz is my name. I was perhaps the smallest guy in class 5C. And perhaps trouble to some of our big brothers. Today, I'm a consulting engineer. I also used to do contracting, but because government won't pay, I'm now into LPG retailing. Yes, gas plants. I build them and I run them.
Thank you. Which zone today? Benin zone. I'm just entering Benin zone.
My name is Henry Moka. I was 82 sets in Eghoba Grammar School. Currently, I'm into building and engineering contracts and also a minister in Mountain of Fire and Miracle Ministries. Thank you. Well done.
My name is Austin Eghoba. I'm based in Lagos. I belong to the Lagos region. I'm an estate surveyor and valuer and also a real estate consultant. Thank you.
Itmaosa James Odiase is my name. By the special grace of God, I'm the president of this association. I live in Lagos, so I belong to the Lagos regional group. I trained as an engineer and I worked in the oil and gas industry. I'm retired. I retired from Shell after 23 years, and I work for a smaller company now. Thank you.
I am Sylvester Okoji, the vice president of this association, and I work with the local government service of Edo State. I currently live in Uromi in Edo State. Thank you.
My name is Efosa Sarajin Benedium. I live in Ireland. I belong to the Europe Zone. I'm president of the General Council, secretary of the Europe Zone, member of the Credit Facility Group, member of the Credit Facility Subcommittee, and I'm an immigration advisor.
I'm Charles Idehe Ogume. I'm the commandant of Nigerian Air Force War College. I'm an Air Vice Marshal in Nigerian Air Force. I'm the coordinator of the Abuja Zone.
My name is Francis Usiomota Edosong. I belong to the Lagos Zone. I live in Lagos. I'm the Lagos coordinator. I'm into experiential events, marketing, and I also do concerts and run business on the side as well.
I guess you're too close. Okay, my name is Blessing Bem Efi Mohimi, aka Dr. Bem Bimo, otherwise also generally called Bem Bimo. I was the pioneer general counsel for this great body. I am currently the president of the area customary courts in Edo State Judiciary. In other words, I'm an area court judge in Edo State Judiciary. So, thank you.
I'm Jackson Ojo, popularly known as Lasmijo. I am CEO of Well-Made Brand Ventures. We target leading innovations in products, and also, by His grace, I'm a Deputy Superintendent, General Overseer of Jesus Insurance Tabernacle, Lagos. I belong to Lagos Zone.
Christopher Iberechukwu is the name. The Deputy Director of the State Ministry of Agriculture, Anambra State, then State Coordinator, Sasakawa Global 3000 Project and African Cassava Growing Initiative, Anambra State.
My name is Robinson Edokwa. My name is Robinson Edokwa. I'm based in Kaduna and I belong to the Abuja Zone. I deal on moving equipment spare parts, sales and repairs and hiring. Thank you.
Henry Osumbo is my name. Henry Osumbo is my name. I'm a businessman. I'm into laundering and cleaning services. I live in Lagos. I'm in the Lagos Zone.
Paul Lokondo, once with federal government. Now I have a flair for education, and now on my own. Self-employed. Lagos Zone.
Umo Erigbe Sonny, the Secretary Lagos Zone. I'm the CEO of Mazino Farms. I deal in poultry. Thank you.
I am Dr. Idehen Amade Victor, General Secretary of this great club, Major in Accounting, first degree, Masters in Business Administration, second degree, PhD Financial Management. Presently, once an accountant, now a lecturer with University of Benin. Thank you.
Musa Obosu, Deputy Director, Presidency, Lagos State Office.
Edward Yetekoki, I'm a stockbroker. I run an investment firm in Lagos.
Paul Idafiade, clergy with the Evidence of Gospel Church and self-employed.
Michael Ige, I'm an education officer with the Ministry of Education in Delta State. I reside in Uganda and I belong to the Delta Group, class of 1982.
Godfrey Izomo. I'm a legal practitioner from the Great Benin Kingdom Zone.
Sorry. My name is David Hidero. I'm a nurse practitioner living in Houston, working in the emergency department area as a first responder, and I belong to the Houston, US zone.
Let me call you back. My name is Pascal Abadon. I work in Delta State Civil Service. I'm a chief accountant. I was class prefect from class 1B to class 5B.
My name is Dr. Chukwemeka Diji. I'm an engineer. All my 3 degrees, BSc, MSc, PhD engineering. I lecture at the University of Ibadan. I'm also an entrepreneur. I run 2 companies, DICC Energy Services and DZ Oil and Gas Limited. I'm also a climate change expert, currently African Climate Research Fellow. I'm also a biomedical person, also working with the University of Northwestern University and Rice University to bring biomedical education to Nigeria. I'm a father, a grandfather,
Small boy like you.
and I was the deputy senior prefect for the class.
I am the site the pharmacist and the health product manager. I'm the pharmacist in the state local government service commission. I left the school in 1982.
People in the party, hot, hot, hot. All the party people say they're feeling hot. All the party people say they're feeling hot. And we hear it from the top, you're feeling hot. You hear it from the top, you're feeling hot. And you come to the party, what you got? You come to the party, what you got? Well, I'm hot, you're hot. He's hot, she's hot. I'm hot, you're hot. He's hot, she's hot. Get hot. How you feeling? All right. How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? People in the party. People in the party. People in the party. People in the party. How you feeling? Let me hear you. Get feeling hot, hot, hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot.
To the 2019 Global Reunion of Eghoba Grammar School Old Boys Association, Class of 82. Please put those hands together. And this year it is 37 years better and stronger. Please, another round of applause. Tonight, I count it a great privilege to be your anchor man for today. My name is Eghoba. I am not just here alone tonight. I'm here with one of the finest and the baddest DJ on the wheel of steel, talking about DJ No Time, and also the man behind the camera and video, True Dream Multimedia Limited. And of course, we have been perceiving some tempting aroma from the table of Efedosa Catering Services. And all together we shall be having a great time tonight. Trust me, it is going to be a night to remember.
Gracious Father, we give you thanks, we give you praise, we give you adoration. Thank you for the lives of these ones who left Eghoba 37 good years ago. You have been with them and you will continue to be with them. We are committing them into your good hands that all will always be well with them. Father, we ask that you take absolute control of this program from its beginning to the end. And when they would have finished, they will still have full cause to glorify your name. I'm very impressed, O Lord, that some of them came all the way from abroad to attend this program. You will seal them with the blood of Jesus, that no harm, no danger will come their way. Father, we thank you for the Nogi that is here. We are committing him into your good hands. You have been all enough for him. You continue to be all enough for him. I want to thank you for all the invited guests, particularly the lady, Mrs. Lawal, that is here. She has been all with them, and they are appreciating her to be here. Baba, let all about us be used to lift your name higher and higher. That we will all continue to remain grateful to you at all times. Thank you, Lord, for answered prayers. In Jesus' name we have prayed.
Amen. Please, a round of applause for the bishop, please, as he takes his seat. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me quickly chip in this. In case you were led as a result of that prayer and you want to sow a seed into the life of the man of God, let me announce to you that I am his personal assistant on financial issues. You can pass the money to me and it will get to him in peace. If you believe that, say amen. Yes, thank you for believing in me. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, very quickly we're just going to recognize some personalities that we have here. And of course, don't get it twisted, every one of us seated here today are very, 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 very important. As a matter of fact, without you seated, this event cannot be a huge success. So you are very, very, very important. But quickly, I just want to recognize an elder statesman in our midst this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we're glad to have His Royal Highness Eloijerio JP. Please put those hands together. He is the Onoge of Igwebe and the Okaigo of Isalan. He is not just here alone tonight, he's here with a beautiful wife. Please, can you celebrate them one more time? Thank you very much. Yes, he is an old boy. Please celebrate His Royal Highness one more time. Wonderful, wonderful. That is the way you are even positioned, you actually look like a old boy. Please celebrate it one more time. Celebrate it one more time. All right, very quickly, we have here very quickly Mrs. Lawa. Mrs. Lawa, thank you very much for coming. God bless you. And also we have Mrs. Evo Somo. Thank you very much for coming. God bless you. Please put those hands together. Please put those hands together. And still in recognition, we have Mr. Osakwe and Dopolo. Please celebrate Mr. Osakwe and Dopolo, please. And of course, I am aware.
Principal of the school.
Oh, he is
principal of the school.
He is the principal of the school. Please put celebration one more time. Celebration one more time. I didn't get that portfolio, sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Now, of course, I am aware that we have the Global ESCO members, and I'm just going to quickly run through that before we go straight to the next on agenda for today. Very quickly, permit me to recognize the presence of the President of the Global ESCO members. Is no other than Mr. James I. Odiase. Please help me celebrate Mr. James. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. God bless you. He is the president, and of course the vice president, Mr. Sylvester Okoje. Help me celebrate Mr. Sylvester Okoje. Thank you very much. And we have here the secretary of the Global ESCO members. It's no other than Mr. Idean Victor. Please celebrate Mr. Idean, please. Because what I have here, I have just been notified that the personalities that I'm recognizing are the Global ESCOs of class of 82. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And also we have here Mr. Omo Idehe. Please help me celebrate Mr. Omo Idehe. Thank you very much. God bless you. Same vein, we have Mr. Kenneth Ikide. Thank you very much. God bless you. And of course, Olusegun Ejemai. Thank you very much. God bless you. And we have Mr. Evans Okodia. Thank you very much. And also Efosa Igbenedio. And the one I have here is Mr. Anthony Ojawe. Please put those hands together for all these ESCO member class of 82. And as the program goes on, I'm going to recognize everyone. And of course, like I did mention, without you, this event cannot be a success. One more time, help me celebrate yourself for me. Celebrate yourself. Please put those hands together for yourself, I beg. Yes. Thank you very much. Very quickly, we will be calling on the president for the welcome address, and he's just going to deliver that for us in a very short time. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not busy, help me put those hands together for Mr. James Odiase. Please, Mr. James Odiase, can you come? Take the microphone for me.
happening inside, as you can see. The colors are beautiful. The flowers are perfect for the occasion. I know what I think. I think these people deserve an accolade. Well, the DJ is actually preparing something very nice for us. So just be in the mood to dance. Well, as you can see, so many things are happening inside live. The people are so excited to meet each other. You can laugh, you can talk, you can play, you can gist. This is a time to have fun, you know.
It's a nostalgic feeling in the sense that when I was there as a teacher, I was just doing my job. Little did I know that they will all become great men today. And I'm happy and very, very excited, very, very excited. They were very, very intelligent students. I taught English language.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want everybody to be seated. Let there be some order, because I'm going to. I've prepared a speech, but there'll be the need for me to say some make some far-reaching statements. So, and I want everyone to digest what I say. I think before I read my speech, I think it's important that we recognize especially one of those who was very, very instrumental in bringing us up. The teachers we had in those days, you know, in the context of today, it is, there's only one way to describe them. They were simply selfless. Because when we were at Eghosa was a public school. I think at the time during our stay there, it was still owned by the Anglican Church. But I think we are all products of that school, and we had quality education. You know, in my over 30 years of professional service in the oil and gas industry, I can say that I can stand with any other professional wherever the person was trained because of the quality of education that we had. So it is in that context that we want to recognize the presence of Mrs. Lawal here. She's come here with her husband. It's very symbolic for us because life was so ordinary that our parents did not need to break the bank to give us the education that we had. So, Madam, we really, really appreciate you, and if there's any other of your old colleagues that you can reach, tell them we are most grateful. So I go now to my speech. I think I need to recognize the presence of the Enogie and, like they say, law, spiritual, and temporal, and all other principles observed. I think good evening, dear members, friends, and well-wishers of this great association. No noise when I'm speaking, please, or you'll be fined. It is indeed with great pleasure and joy that I welcome you to this auspicious occasion. This event has a place in our record books, being the first global reunion event to be held by this association in its different incarnations, first as Club 82 and now as Class of 82. This reunion is a key deliverable under the three-point agenda of this ESCO, and it is aligned with our first pillar of fostering robust relationship amongst members. It is my fervent belief that with this event, we will meet the following overarching objectives. One, reconnecting with friends and rekindling old memories and bonds. You know, I think between yesterday and now, we have more than achieved that, because some of us have not seen since we left school in 1982, and that's 37 years ago. Then we also hope to achieve sharing knowledge and life experiences for individual and collective empowerment. Yesterday evening we had a knowledge sharing session on health management, particularly after 50, because we are all after 50, above 50 now. Then also reconnecting with our alma mater and giving thanks to God. For that, we were at the school yesterday to inspect the school, to engage, to have quality discussion with the principal of the school to see the areas we can intervene. On behalf of the ESCO, I must express our sincere gratitude to your abiding faith in our leadership as demonstrated in your strong support for this program. The entire budget for this reunion has been fully covered by voluntary donations from members. A round of applause for our members. This has pleasantly exceeded our expectations. We hope that we will be able to carry this momentum to the execution of other programs for our collective benefits. I will therefore urge you to relax and savor this moment for the opportunities and experience it offers for us to relish fond memories from the past and reinforce our bonds going forward. Let's have rich interactions to see how far God has brought us these past 37 years. I'd like to highlight the fact that to grow and achieve our aspirations as a group, we must do more to leverage on our numbers, diversity, and resources. We must take advantage of the power of leverage. Seeing the needs that we grapple with as a group, I will submit that most of them can be overcome if we, individually and collectively, can step forward to commit and align on common objectives. We must remember and live to the true meaning of the motto of our alma mater, Es Unitate Vers, which is Latin for from unity you have strength. So, and in our local parlance, you know, we say unity is strength. That motto, you know, should make more meaning to us now than ever before, because there are great and mighty things that we can do, and just being here together alone, you know, some time ago we thought it was impossible, but just by collective effort, you know, we have made it happen. We need to channel more thoughts in this direction to come up with collectively beneficial and enduring projects and programs. It is in this context that this ESCO is championing a credit and loan scheme to support and give cash flow relief to members. This is one of the boosters we need to take despite the daunting challenges confronting its execution. I am pleased to announce that we have developed a policy and plan to manage this initiative, and we will take the opportunity of this event to have a formal launch and rollout today. I think in actual fact, we did that earlier today, but if there is time during this session, maybe we may be able to do one or two things to formalize his execution. It is, in organizing this event, we are spared no cost to ensure that we have a true reunion and have a firm connection to how it all began for us. It is in this regard that we have made this event open to all classmates of the 1977 to 1982 set of Eghoba Grammar School, irrespective of membership or registration status, because of our common history. We value that common history, and that's why we have done what we have done. And it's been most refreshing to see most of our classmates, you know, after 37 years. We hope that those classmates who are joining us here today will reciprocate this gesture by formalizing their membership and come, let's build together. It is my firm belief, without equivocation, that we all have much to gain and nothing to lose if we join forces under this unique umbrella of Class of '82. We hope that the rich experience of this weekend will reinforce the commitment of members and give impetus for our visitors to see the light and make the wise decision to come on board. In closing, I refuse to close if I'm still hearing noise. I'm delaying the last bit. Okay. In closing, I want to specially appreciate the presence of the principal of Eghoba Grammar School and other representatives of Eghoba Grammar School. Our alma mater remains dear to us because we took firm roots from there, as I've testified in this event. However, we remain very, very concerned at the current state of affairs. We will be facilitating focused and helpful conversation on restoring the school to its past glory. We are committed to joining other well-meaning alumni to execute the restoration project. Also in our midst this evening are families of some of our departed colleagues. We welcome you and see you as part of us, and hope that this event gives you some comfort and solace that our colleagues are not forgotten but remain in our memories and will remain part of us. I think in that respect, I think we have the wife of our late friend, Usman Dirisu. We have Eghoba. I think it's very important to highlight the fact that some of these individuals that we've just mentioned, they were strong foundation members when we set out on this journey way back in 1984. In 1984, we were mostly teenagers, and some of us, you know, took the bull by the horn to set this association up and see where and how far we have gone. And we appreciate the work of some of these people I just mentioned. We used Nathaniel Goma's house for a long time for our meetings. Then we had a very good coordinator in Isaac Oriaki. You know, he was a fatherly figure for us, coordinating all of us to this cause. And for Usman, there were times he had to sponsor some of the events because he was working then and most of us were just students. So we are very grateful for your presence here. We appreciate you because you remain part of us. I just close by reinforcing the fact that we need to appreciate the relationships that we have. We need to take opportunity to recognize and leverage on the network that we have so that we can have access to things that ordinarily we will not have access to. That is why we are gathered here today. So this program has been well thought out for the benefit of all those who will attend. We will announce at some point in time some change in the program. Particularly, we are going to have a retirement and wealth management session to be facilitated by Stanbic Pension. So that those visitors is for members and visitors alike. Take the opportunity to listen for what will change your life in a new trajectory. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please a round of applause for the president one more time. Sound, please. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Oh my God. You know, while Mr. President was talking just now, I decided to just some things down in my phone and for future reference. The reason is because I've come to discover that looking at this state today and the world at large, the movers of our economy, great minds of the society today, we are better from Eghoba Grammar School. Especially class of 82. So if you are proud to be in that class, celebrate yourself. One of the things I noted down, I just told my colleague that by the time I give birth, one of my children must attend Eghoba Grammar School. If you believe that, say aye. If I don't know, yes, yes. Seriously. You know, ladies and gentlemen, let me do this right now before we call on staff of Stanbic IBTC. My own father was in an occasion like this, and they were taught that whenever you see yourself eating in the dream, it is bad. Reject it. And my father said, wow. And he came home that blessed day, called all of us, my mother and my siblings. He said, now listen to me, everyone. Whenever you sleep and you see yourself eating in the dream, reject it. Because of the love I have for you, whatever they offer you in the dream, I will buy it for you. And we looked at ourselves and say, what? See business. That very night, behold, we went to bed early. Before I opened my mouth as a sharp man, I heard the voice of my younger sister, Gala Lakasera. Gala Lakasera. And my father ran to her room. Sophia, what is happening? He said, Dad, I saw two women trying to give me Gala and Lakasera in the dream. And my father asked, did you collect? She said, no. Because of love, my father bought Gala and Lakasera for her that night. What in the world? Yeah? The next night, we went to bed early. As I was about shouting, I heard the voice of my elder sister. Brazilian with all, too good. Brazilian with all, too good. My father, when they reached out, what did he say? Dad, and two gold on me. And he asked, did you collect? She said, no. That night, my father bought Brazilian with one and gold for my sister. Ladies and gentlemen, this business, they work. That same night, by 10 p.m., I wanted to shout. I heard my mother. Hollandis Igele. Hollandis Igele. My father went to her honey. What is it? He said, my love, they are trying to fix Hollandis and Gele for me. He said, did you collect? She said, no. My father bought Hollandis and Gele that night. I said, wow. And I wonder, Omoba, what will I say when it's my turn? Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? The next night I slept around 7 p.m. Before 8:30 p.m. I screamed, Camry 2.2! Camry 2.2! Camry 2.2! Nobody answered me. I now reduced the offer. Keke Nape! Keke Nape! Ladies and gentlemen, I shouted Keke from 10 to 6 a.m. 6:30, I had a knock on my door. Call. I said, who's there? I said, mobile. I heard you shouting Camry 2.2 and Keke. I said, yes, Dad, you're trying to give me Camry and Keke in the dream. He said, did you collect? I said, no. He said, my son, you better go back to that dream and collect everything. Because we need it in the family. Please, ladies and gentlemen, celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself. I don't know if the staff of Stanbic IBTC are ready. Are they ready? Are they ready? Okay, we're just going to have some musical interlude right now. Just going to enjoy the musical tune of DJ. You're the DJ ready, we have good. You are blow. I don't know. Mr. President, I celebrate you, sir. Okay, you introduce them. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what just happened here now. You know, till this time I try to know my father, I don't know how. But thank God I've identified my dad in this gathering tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bible said in the book of Romans 15 verse 8, and 8:15, I paraphrase. He said, for the Lord has not given us the spirit of fear, but of love, sound mind, and adoption. In other words, to adopt is legal. So tonight, as the MC of this great occasion, I have the right to adopt anybody that... Now would they find something like the love pass? As the MC, I hereby adopt you as my father.
You know what? You know what, big prince?
Now you go carry me meet His Royal Highness as my father now. We have father, we have grandfather. So please snap me and Mr. President. Let me be proud. Please celebrate the both of us. Celebrate daddy and son. Celebrate daddy and son. Yes, celebrate. Snap, make clear. I know why. Future, I want to buy land for Magba. You go pay. Please put your hands together for Mr. President one more time. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's as if the mic is working better now than when I was speaking. So all that my long speech, I have to repeat it. Okay, I think we now want to go to the next item on the program. But just before we do that, I want everyone to rise to their feet. We mentioned 4 colleagues or classmates that are no longer with us, and we want to observe a minute silence as a mark of recognition for them. Today we remember Isaac Oriaki, we remember Nathaniel Eghoba, we remember Usman Dirisu, we remember Charles Bello. May the souls of the faithful departed rest in peace in Jesus' name. Amen. Please sit down. In setting up this program and also recognizing, can we have one meeting? That table there, you guys are whining and dining. So please just bear with us. I want to introduce this session. In organizing this session, there were two things that we said we must do apart from networking and reliving old memories. And that is in the context of where we are in our life journey, particularly as over 50s. The first one was health management, and yesterday we had a rich discussion in having an in-house doctor, Dr. Ikide, took us through what it is or what we need to do in managing our health at this stage of our lives. Today we want to talk about retirement and wealth management. It is particularly important for all of us because whether you are working for yourself, you are working for government, at some point in time you retire. So how to manage yourself, preparing for that time, and even if you are already retired, the things that you can do. So because retirement nowadays, based on how you plan, you don't need to wait till you are 70 or start having any anxiety when your number of years of service is nearing 35 or your age is nearing 60. It's about what you can do creatively to make your life journey more enjoyable. So for this session, we have a team that's been graciously sent by Stanbic Pension to grace this occasion. The team is made up of Davida Echetabu and Ben Iwiwu. They'll be taking us over the next couple of minutes to enrich our knowledge on how to manage ourselves, manage the wealth that we already have, and how to reach out for new wealth. Thank you very much, Davida.
Good evening, sirs. I will stand on existing protocol. That being said, I would still acknowledge the honor that has been granted to Stanbic IBTC pension managers and Stanbic IBTC asset management to stand in your midst and share a little bit more of what you already know. There is nothing we're going to say here that you don't already know and possibly do, but you are probably not aware that that is what those things are. Our discussions here today will essentially, bring things to life. Hopefully it will be attractive. Before I go any further, I would like to acknowledge the presence of His Royal Highness, Her Royal Highness, and the entire exco of Eghoba Grammar School for inviting us. I'm here with my colleague Ben, and periodically if there's a need for him to take over, he will take over and we'll make it as interactive as possible. Am I allowed to move? If I move from this spot, will the mic work? Okay, I'm not used to having video people just standing and videoing me. So, the question is, what is retirement to us? Retirement can be a destination or it can be a journey. For most of us, it's still a journey. We're still working, or we're still running businesses, or still in some means of livelihood. We're still engaging in some means of livelihood. And as such, the question is, since it's a journey now, where do we want our retirement destination to get to? Where do we plan for our dreams to start? I wouldn't say the dreams to end, dreams to start. We have a few slides here, and I'm going to run through it, but I typically avoid in settings like this to run through slides because it's not meant to be an academic endeavor. But essentially, flip. For most of us who are sitting here, we are aware of banking services, investments, pensions, insurance, and then I'm going to leave the slides. I'll leave the slides alone. All right. Where are you now? And there are a few questions I'm going to ask that only you has the answer. And you don't have to share the answer with anybody, but the answers that you give yourself, when you tell yourselves the honest truth, will help you know how to make sure you are aligned to where you want to end up. If you look at your life now, and maybe you're giving yourself the next 5-10 years max. If my math is right, that should be right. 5-10 years, and you should say, you know what, I've worked hard, let me chill a little bit. Do you think that you are on the mark? Do you think that you are on point? Are you going to score that goal well? Only you can answer that question. In 5 years' time, 10 years' time, when you finally decide to retire, would you still have children in school that will still need school fees? Because if I'm on, we can raise our hands here. Most of us who are working will agree that we're working for our children, right? No, right? Right. We're working to make sure that there's food on the table, school fees is paid on time. If there's a medical condition, it is met without embarrassment or with as little embarrassment as possible. Am I correct? That's why we go to work every day. Even the mornings we don't feel like working, we borrow ourselves brain and hit the streets. Yes. So you look at yourself and say, in 5 years' time, I plan to stop working. The children, would they have left school? My house, is it rented or is it my own house? There are certain things that we think are a necessity now, e.g., vacation every year. Not everybody does it, but some people it's normal. Why? Because there's a salary that comes in that you know that even if you work your savings, will realign somehow. Am I correct? Yes. Some things that we do not take for granted, we just say, I'm not feeling well, I just stopped by the clinic. I just stopped by the hospital. Guess what? You are stopping by the hospital and by the clinic because most of us work somewhere where there's medical insurance. If you were paying out of pocket, sickness will not find you.
Amen.
Thank you. Sickness will not find you. Why? Because you are now realizing the efficiency of money. Now, sometimes in life and in retirement, it is not so much about how much you earn. It's more about how much you can keep, how much you can make the money that you have work for you, how much you can make the skills that you have work for you, how much you can make the talents, the resources you have work for you. For some people, they own land that is sitting fallow. Why it is sitting fallow now, I don't know. When you can plant ugu and sell. You may say the money is not much, but guess what? If you were doing ugu grows like water leaf. It just is plenty everywhere. And it was bringing, you don't need to, I don't even think people really plant it. You just put smoke here, next and everywhere has filled up about the whole place. And you were selling it, and you say it's also much, but you were taking that money and putting in one account and forgetting it. After all, it's not much. You don't need to spend it. You just be dumping it somewhere. You'll be shocked how much that little money that you are making on it every month could grow. Some of us, and this is an African situation, and I'm African. When we earn our salary, one alert, 18,000 debit alerts. Am I correct? Yes, when you get your salary, it's one alert. Then all you sit down is with your Excel. Auntie, bam. Mama, bam. School fees, bam. Brother, this one. You're just doing debit alerts, transferring, paying bills. This one, NEPA bill, PHCN, GSTV, all sorts of things. Housemaid, driver, megad. What is the reality? I wasn't sent from Lagos to come and make us feel all right. After now, DJ, no time to waste time, to check time. His music is on point. When I came in, I felt like starting with Running Man and all those things. So as I said, Davida, keep it together, control yourself. We will jolly right after this. But my job is to help all of us align our priorities. It's not enough for us to sit down here and talk about it. And this is a wonderful setting because for most of us sitting here, we're sitting here with our spouses. And most of the time as adults, when we hear this information, we hear without our wives or we hear without our husbands. But today you are hearing together. And you know, a beautiful retirement success plan depends on the unity of both people in the house. It really does depend because no matter how smart he or she may be, if they're with a partner who does not catch that same thing, you'll be fetching water with baskets. And that's not what we do. We don't fetch water with baskets. What am I saying? A few years ago, about 2-3 years ago, I told myself something. I sat down, I checked my life. With all due respect, everybody here, at least class of 82, I don't even know why they gave me mic. I'm not meant to be standing here, I can't be talking to you people ordinarily. But a few years ago, I sat down and I said, Davida, you have worked for X number of years. What do you have to show for it? If for anything, something happened to Stanbic job, how will you explain that you have worked for XYZ number of years without something at least to fall back on? It may not be too much, but at least you should beat your chest and say, anyhow, it may be rough, but I will not be embarrassed. I have to tell myself the truth. I sat down, opened computer. No, I first of all took paper and biro because I like to write. And everybody here must like to write. You must know where your money is going. If not, you will not be able to get a grip on it. You must track that money. No matter how little, you must know where your money is going. If you earn 100,000 and you do not know beyond maybe the time that you pay, then you have a problem. You must know that this one goes, this 500 naira, every month you send 500 naira for a recharge card to so and so. You must track it, at least know where everything, the bulk of it you must know. If not, you are wasting your time. You are just working and dashing money. And guess what? Money is a spirit. It's a spirit. How many of us have gotten gotten some big money at some point. All of us are well working. Isn't it amazing that as the money just landed, some strange phone call from somewhere, somebody had a need all of a sudden and it was you that they just crossed their mind. Has it happened to anybody here? It has happened to me. Why? Did you announce to anybody? No. But it attracts. And you know, if I go to my auntie's house, and every time I get to my auntie's house, she says, go and fetch me water. I run, I fetch water. Go and sweep the cupboard, I sweep cupboard. Go and do this, and every time I go there, it's only errands they are sending me. Will I be in a hurry to go there? No. Same thing with money. If every time money finds its way to you, all you are doing is debit, 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 without giving it landing pad and allowing it to even rest in your hand, it will stop coming to now. It will be going to the places where you are sending it. When money enters your hand, I know there are usually lots of bills, but just hold on first. Prioritize what your bills are. Say, this money, if it didn't come now, what would have spoiled? Can I put it in an investment? Let it even breathe and born picking there first. Then you can say, from the picking that it has born, I can pay for this, I can do this. Most of the time, we are in a hurry to spend money that we have toiled to get. That's one angle. A number of us, let me not say a number of us, because everybody here looks kind of young, but God has been gracious, right? God has been gracious. How many people are planning or are paying school fees abroad? These are realities. If you are planning that at some point you will pay school fees abroad, it only makes sense to also save and invest in foreign exchange. 4 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe, dollar was 160. Dollar is currently about double, 360 now. If you are going to plant cassava, the ground that you plant cassava is different from the ground you plant rice. Am I correct? Yes. You have to plan. You have to align. Now, the reason I'm saying all these things is because all these things are what helps people enjoy retirement. You are able to retire better when you have planned better. I do not pay for DSTV every month. I don't. It's a small money that I put into an account. I don't pay for it every month. I go out every morning. I live in Lagos, so most of you know how we work and live in Lagos. You are out before the sun is up, and you are back when the sun is down. When I get home, you are on a quick dash. Bath, quickly prepare, bed. So I don't watch the TV often. My question is, so every month I would dash DSTV 5,000, 10,000 naira for not watching it. Why? You see what I've done? I've found where my money is going and it's wasting somewhere, so I've blocked that hole. Instead of wasting it, I put it in an investment. Why? Because a lot of us are busy. We may not be able to run 3 jobs. But the one job you have, you must make sure that that money works very hard for you. There are certain things, every Sunday some families go out, Sunday straight after church they enter eatery. Enter eatery and do Sunday lunch. Is it necessary every Sunday? Not necessarily. Make it once a week, once a month rather. Track that money. Encourage your children that if we are able to save this, we can do this. All these things I'm saying are not things you don't already know. Now, a number of us have been successful in life. and we've been living in our own homes. But in that house, there's no insurance. So you're living in a house, praying that one day you are not at work and the house help has not mistakenly forgotten to switch off the gas and there's a fire. We don't pray for that, but that is what insurance is for. Most of us, if not everybody here, drives a car that has insurance. Why do you put insurance on your car? After all, most of the time you are around your car. You go to work with your car, you come back with your car. Wherever it is essentially that you go, your car goes with you. But you don't go around with your house. Now, if you think that it's not necessary to put an insurance cover on your house or on the property that you have worked hard to put inside the house, then leave the door open when you are going out. The reason we lock the door is because those things are valuable. Those things are precious to us. So I ask, do you have an insurance cover on all the things that you have considered valuable? Do you have a cover for it? Do not let someone take this thing for granted. Now, without trying to sound morbid, but we're adults here. For most of us that are here, if my general from experience, I would say 5% would be a high number. If I say how many of us have estate planning will arrangements in case anything happens to us today, that our families will be covered. 5% will be a high percentile because the average African and Nigerian doesn't like to think about dying. But you know what? Having a will is like having a resume. It's like having a CV. You have a CV not because you know you will get the job tomorrow if you do your CV today, but because you are keeping a record of all the things you have done in your career. And in case an opportunity comes, you should have one quickly to click forward. Your resume is what gets to the company before they look at it and say, oh, this looks interesting, let's invite him or her. So your resume speaks for you in your absence. Am I correct? Your will, on the other hand, also speaks for you in your absence. Your will is what will say that all my property in blah, 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 blah should be shared to X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, and the percentages. It can be updated periodically. I've had a will for over 10 years. And me, I know I'm not going anywhere in a hurry. I'm not going anywhere. And I update it like clockwork every year. Shamelessly. A will is a personal document. Some people have some resources, so they put a trust. You know, but these are things that we need to pay attention. This is not a case of, God forbid, it's not my portion. All of us want to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. So even when rapture happens, some of us will go, some people will do batch B. That's the only batch B that I don't want to be part of. NYSC batch B is fun, but we will do batch A for rapture. Amen. Yes, thank you, sir. I'm very grateful. But these are realities. And it's not that difficult. But we must tell ourselves the truth. We trust a lot in miracles. And God really does honor us in Nigeria. We pray. When we are going home, we don't want to have to put on the gas. Say, Father God, let there just be light so I can just microwave the food. And God is a faithful God. As we are reaching our streets, we see that, you know, there's one shop or one house that there's a bulb. It gives you an idea whether there's light at home. There's no street in Nigeria that does not have that house that has one bulb that we used to check whether there's NEPA. Abi? Yeah. God will keep the owners of those houses. You know. But you know, God's blessings, they need to land somewhere. You need to give God's blessing a landing pad. So there's 30%, there's 60%, there's 100% of what? You can say that you want your business to grow. It means that you have been doing business for a business to grow. An invincible business is invincible. Now, to round up, because I don't intend to speak beyond the next 2 minutes, and then we can take questions. I will talk about 2 more things, but to round up, I would ask, if you want to start a business now and you're planning to retire in 5 years, the best time you should have started it was 5 years ago. The second best time to start is today. I typically avoid advising people who say they want to do business when they retire. I said, why are you waiting till when you retire to start that business? It's dangerous. So you get your retirement money and then you carry it and you plunge into business. 98% of people who did that, the business is failed. Why? You have done 9 to 5 for most of your life, if not all your life. Your skills are for desk, computer, email, PowerPoint presentation, Excel spreadsheet, Microsoft Word, and then you head into business. Because somebody has told you that just enter China, pick this up, before it's even hitting the pot, you have sold. It's a lie. It's a lie. Go and see the number of containers at the port. To clear is a different thing. They will not tell you that there's landing, there's transfer charge, there's landing charge, then there's other charges associated. Then when you bring the container into the area, that there are area boys that you must settle. If not, your containers will be empty by morning and nobody would have seen how the things moved. It's reality of business in Nigeria. Then after you have successfully put it in there, then local tax officials will come and tell you that you don't have radio TV license for store. Then you pay that one. And then your price cannot be higher than the other person's price in the next shop. Because you are not the only one who is importing that same thing now. Have you? You didn't find the item was manufactured in China from somewhere. Many people are buying it. The reason I've painted this picture is because business is not just a case of, I have this smart idea and we have spoken plenty English. I said that we believe that return on investment, first year should be this, and we break even by year 5 and this. That's sweet English. How many of us are business people here, please? Am I saying the truth? That's what they teach us in school. You bring in, you put a little margin, you make your profits, you are clear. There are hidden charges in Nigeria. Everywhere else, but hey, this is what we know first. So my question is, if you want to start a business, start now while you are working. Because at least, standard rule of thumb, the first 2-3 years, your salary will be cushioning that business. So am I correct? Your salary will be what is holding that business first. You will think you're breaking even, but you know that it's salary, your own 9 to 5 is what's holding that business. Till such a time as you get one small break, then you now realize, okay, you have survived the evil years of germinating a business in Nigeria. But don't wait till you retire to start. They don't use retirement money to do business. At retirement, as a matter of fact, you should be against anything risk. If you do business, you mean you have strong risk appetite, because any business person, even if it is tomato you are selling or material you are selling, you know it's high risk. It's either your money is sitting down there in terms of stock, staring at you, getting ready to expire, or rat has entered and eaten through the material that you imported, yes, or mold has started touching something, or something. It's risk. Business is risk. So at retirement, I'm not expecting that anybody is waking up to start launching it. Many people have been burnt. Some beautiful story about this business and they just launch in. Nothing comes of it. That is why having a pension is a good thing. We need to have a pension. If you work somewhere structured, you most likely have a pension. Because it's mandatory. They will deduct it at source from your income. You don't have a choice. So it helps. But how many of us will agree that if they gathered all your pension today and gave you, that it will not meet the lifestyle you need to have? It's good to maintain what you're currently having. Am I correct? So be enough. If somebody dashes you, let's say 50 million now, it looks like big money. It's not. It's not when it comes to the practicals of living and making sure that that money is burning enough to keep you at that lifestyle. So we must be looking for ways to make sure that we are connecting the dots, we are trimming off the excesses. You know, if you want to run any race, whether it's sprint or marathon, you cannot run with a sack of stones on your back. You need to shed weight. You need to drop those excesses. So today, essentially, I have done retirement and wealth creation, but I've broken it down into practicals that we can all relate to. We can all say that, yes, when I get home, sit down, family, involve your children. Involve your children. There's nothing like the money they won't understand. Children will understand. They will. They are smarter than you know. Very smart. Sit down with them. Say, okay, oh, this is the new plan. People say that when they were young, growing up, they didn't like eating beans. They didn't like eating one thing. You know, I said it's only because the parents allowed it. It's only because the parents allowed it. I wanted to try that foolishness. I'm the last born in my house. And there are two generations. I have seniors as well. Then I showed up as retirement became. You know, what can I say? The world is not complete without me showing up. So the Lord showed mercy and sent me. And I started doing, Mommy, I don't feel like, I don't want to. She looked at me one day and said, and those were the days when smacking children and beating foolishness out of them was normal. I don't know about how they raise children now, but those days they beat the foolishness right out of me. My mother looked at me and said, I had 5 before you, and I never cooked 2 pots. What I put on the plate in front of you, you shall eat. When you grow up and you have the resources and whatever it takes to cook and put on your own plate, knock yourself out there. But in this house, I didn't do it then, and she's not doing it now. Eat, I'm watching you. That conversation happened only once. Once! And I can recite it. I can even tell you where I was sitting and how she was standing. My head was clear. And I knew that, okay, there was only one leader in this house, at least concerning kitchen matters. It was my mother and what she put in front of me, and I better be eating it quickly. God bless her precious heart. Amen. I have no allergies. All those ones that people say they eat something, they break out in one reaction. It was cured. The body knew that anything had to work. And I don't like injection. Reactions means that I must go and take injection somewhere to cure something. So the body aligned, and my destiny has been all right since then. I eat everything and anything unless I don't like it. It's the same thing for children today. If you expose them to financials early, they will understand it. They will know it. They will be better off for it. That's the difference between Asian children, Western children, and African children. Because here we have deep love for our children. But you see, the times have changed. When we were born and when we grew up, how many parents used to lock house and go with key? They leave the house open. You play outside. When it is 6 o'clock, every child knows to go and enter their own house and have their bath and prepare. Am I telling the truth? Yes. Nobody was saying, there's no housemaid. Housemaid for what? Housemaid was a privilege. Any mother who is in the neighborhood can discipline any child that has done wrong. And God help you go and tell your parents, you collect another 7. Yes. These are the realities, but these days, things are different. Our parents did not teach us money. They didn't, because they didn't, those days, they didn't need to. Universities were free. Things were normal. You finish, you get a job right away. But these days, as children are in school, they're already competing because the resources are scarce. Then, we all waited for 4 o'clock for TV to come on. Then we all watched Voltron and Super Ted. Now, we are afraid of what the children are watching on their phones. You need to teach children money. If you don't teach them, they won't have value for it. Abroad, summer holiday, they go to work. At least they work 3 days out of 5. They will save that money. They will start learning the culture of earning. I'm not saying don't love your children. Thank you. I'm not saying don't love your children, but you will make them better. You will give them an advantage if they understand the principles of money early. If you are discussing it at home, open a mutual fund for them. Say if you are able to save 5,000 to put inside here, I will match it with another 5,000. Everything should not be latest shoe, style of wig. People that they are watching style of wig have worked and earned it. If you have worked and you have earned it, you can buy yourself a Lamborghini. It's your money. But you cannot be living on somebody else's generosity and be living large. So I've said many things to address many facets of retirement planning. Because without financial planning, there really is no retirement planning. You must plan your finances, you must manage your lifestyle, you must manage your investments. The money has to come from somewhere, the money needs to grow, the money needs to be protected from getting stolen or destroyed so that we will have something to pass on to our children. What we are leaving to our children should be more than bank accounts, land, house, gold. It should be quality human beings. Most people sitting here are quality people. It's not because I'm not being paid for this job, so I'm not like our guy who is, Mr. Odiase has been adopted since. Look for somebody else. He has been adopted a long time ago.
And they don't vacancy there.
There's no vacancy. The queue in the office is plenty for who wants to adopt him. So bros, find somewhere else. Okay, you see? So, since I'm not paid to do this is my day job. I earn a salary for doing this. This is my work. I hope that I have been able to speak with a sense of urgency. Because when you start earlier, you can stroll. But when you know that you didn't start on time, you need to jog. You will need to make some drastic steps. You need to adjust a few things. Especially since you know the truth about your own life where you want your journey to go. If I want to build a bungalow and he wants to build a skyscraper, both are fine. But you see, if he wants to build a skyscraper, he can't start when I'm building my house. Or if he starts when I'm building my house, he cannot finish when I finish. Because the foundation he will need for skyscraper is almost equal to the height of that building. He will need to dig very deep, so he needs to start very early or be ready to finish much later than I finish. I'm building a bungalow. How many feet? It's not long. There's nothing, it's just one level. Skyscraper, he needs to keep going. He needs to keep going. You know, those of us in oil and gas, and that's why I'm dressing here this side. Those of us in oil and gas, he's saying, those of us in oil and gas. Okay, thank you. See how our hand is? It's normal. When we want to get oil, it's not on the surface. There's a lot of investment that goes there. A lot of money is pumped into that thing a long time before they have made $1. Am I correct? A lot of insurance has gone in. Human beings are taking a chance, saying, I will walk there, whether they have seen the money or not, whether they have seen the oil or not. Why? It's because there's a plan, there's a vision. You have spent so much, that thing has to, it must born picking. There must be results. That's the same thing with investments. That's the same thing with planning for your retirement. Retirement is an abstract till you get there. But you keep making an effort, you keep saving, you keep investing, you keep doing this, you keep studying, you keep checking, you keep doing this. You do your pension. If you have a business and you have not registered your people for pension, you're not helping them. You need to help them. Don't worry, I'll soon be done so that we can take questions. So, yes, so thank you so much. I'm glad to take questions. Ben, do you want to say something else? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have a couple of questions for myself and also for the community. Can we have one house? Prof, is it? Yeah. I think let's talk about pension. I think you've identified the fact that many business owners do not cater for their pension. So I want you to talk about the opportunities that exist there. Are there products that they can latch onto? Then there are people who are also in paid employment. They have pension tied to their salaries, but they probably have business by the side. Do you have a product to enrich their pension so that when they finish, you know, they'll be better off? Then just thirdly, we have many members who are abroad. You know, they have local accounts. What would be your advice? Because some of those things, just because of security of their funds, they don't want to go into investments here and there. So how can they leverage on whatever they have here or are able to bring down so that they have a better yield?
Thank you, sir. Sir, I'll come to you. Let me just answer these questions then. Sir, I'm even concerned that I will not remember all three. You see, you people's brains are sharper than mine. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Yes. There are investments that you can do that are even better than just leaving your money in the bank account or just doing fixed deposit. I work for Stanbic IBTC, and with every sense of humility, it is a complete end-to-end financial services. If he didn't ask these questions, I have avoided marketing, because most people expect that when I come, I will be talking about open accounts, do this, do this, do this. But I've spoken more to what and how your lives can be better. Because the truth is, I will not always be in Stanbic, but I should leave you with information that will make you leave you better off than we met. That being said, there are services that can help you get to that destination. I don't know that I've ever done a fixed deposit in my life. I have never done a fixed deposit. But there are treasury bills, there are mutual funds. I particularly like mutual funds because with as low as 5,000 naira, you can open a mutual fund account. The interest on mutual fund account is far higher than you can ever get in a fixed deposit. When you get your fixed deposit, for instance, for those of us that have done it, and I know because I was a private and investment banker, when your money matures, there's what we call withholding tax on it. I'm sure we're all familiar with it. Standard, it's standard. But with mutual funds, when you see your rate is, for example, 11%, the whole of that 11% is your money, no taxes, no fees. Why will I not do that? Besides, which fixed deposit is going to pay me 11% or 5,000 naira when they have not finished paying me that in the fixed deposit? You can do a mutual fund. And this is also for people who are abroad. I have a lot of clients who live abroad. They wire into the account, they have online access, they see their money, they do that. Some of them do dollar investments. We have the same thing in dollars. So for people who are looking to diversify that's big English. For people who are looking for how to the Mrs. Lawal. The Mrs. Lawal, God bless you, man. This is Mrs. Lawal. Where's that guy? She's adopted already too.
She's still looking very grateful.
Yes.
It's not one like this when she was
God bless you, man. Thank you very much. Okay, so there is the dollar and there is the naira. For dollar, it is $1,000 to start at any point in time, and your money is invested in compounded interest. That means it's rolling over. As it grows and has children, the monies are being invested. The same thing for naira. These two investments, and I'm talking about these two particularly because in this age bracket, you are not looking for risky investments. You are looking for investments that will preserve your capital, that will make sure that you are not losing money the following day or that your heart is beating and you are sweating in strange places. No. Those are the two that I would recommend because like I said before, the older we get, the less risk you should expose yourself to. You should make sure you're doing investments that have removed the probability of losing your capital. But it's making you money. It may not make you money it's not magic. It's not a money doubling investment, but it will grow your money. That's what I recommend. Now for people who work and are getting pension, they're deducting it every month. But you also want to do something extra. You can do voluntary contribution. in your pension. Just tell your HR, this extra 10,000, remove it and send it to my pension account. If you have staff that are working for you, please, I want to appeal to each person here that is a business owner. It is important that you do pension for your staff. It is important. The same way after you have worked all these years, you want to have a pension to retire to. It's the same way the people who are working for you too also want to have a pension when they retire. Even if you cannot do the main pension scheme, we have micro pension. It is more flexible. The reason why the slide with our names, there's a slide that's going to come up that will have our contact details. Please take our contacts. My mobile number is there, his phone is there, our email addresses are there. It is important that when people finish working for you, they should say that my company or my organ was good. They did something for me. They may complain initially, but when they see that their pension account growing every month, it gives a sense of assurance that they have something to fall back on. For people who are running businesses and you want to expand your business and you want banking support, contact us. We will discuss your business with you. We will contact our bank colleagues, call these people, discuss with them, view their business, and let us see how we can support. If you are in agriculture, staffing support agriculture aggressively will help. These are all things that we can do. The information has been brought out. What is left is, what are you going to do with the information? What are you going to do with the resources? I believe I've addressed these 3 questions. Okay, so I wanted to ask.
There's another aspect which I want you to look at. Many of us who are into academics usually run into this problem. For most of us, we train for a very, very long time. And you actually become more useful in the academia after 50. Prof, am I speaking your mind? And most of the time, because we run a country where not many people want to teach. Not many people want to teach. And teaching is such an indulgence that when you are taught for a long time, it's very difficult to pick up another job. Because any other job you pick up, if they don't sack you, you will sack them. Because we enjoy some bit of academic freedom. Now the question I want to ask is this. At what point do you quit? I'll give you 3 scenarios that people have worked on. Some say, if you have been in the university for 25 years, quit, go to another university to teach, and start up another pension scheme. That is one scenario. Others say, look, when you get to 65, just go home, sit down, and then just be doing consulting. One of the regrets I have about my father's death was that I forced him to retire at 75. And I regretted it later when he died. Because even in academia today, we see how people who are 80, 85, very active upstairs, and they are still doing well. Immediately stopped working, things went down. So what scenarios would you paint for some of us who have benefit of working up to 70 years, and even some cases 75, if our health is strong?
Thank you very much, sir. Okay. In terms of retirement planning, in terms of the scenarios that work for different people, very simply put, there is none that is better than the other. Because we are all different and we all have different capacities. Now, One thing we talk about when we talk about retirement planning, and thank you for bringing this up. When I have a conversation with my clients on a one-on-one scale, and we say, yes, you're planning to retire in 5 years, so is this fine? Check. Is this okay? Check. Is this fine? Yes. Money, good, children, fine, house, fine, okay. The next question I ask is, so what are you going to be doing when you retire officially? That part is even the most important. Because like you rightfully pointed out, shortly after your dad retired, it was like magic. Things went the other way very quickly. You see why we all like leave? We all enjoy leave because we know we are going to resume back to work at some point. But if they tell you, take indefinite leave, no pay, we don't like that one. The human mind needs to keep being engaged, especially when we are older. You see this thing that we call stress, we wake up in the morning, we take off, we rush, we are worried about one period, they gave us one target. All those things help keep our mental faculty and our psychology balanced and active. It keeps sickness away. It's only somebody who has retired and has slept at home for 1 week, 2 weeks, 2 months without any plan that will now wake up and say, it's like my body is doing me somehow. It's like this is worrying me. Yes. But if you are actively engaged, if you are actively occupied, that sickness cannot find you. It will look for the next available person. So I encourage you, before you get excited about retiring, you must have an idea, you must have a plan of what you want to do with your spare time. If you want to go back to teaching free of charge, you need to have a plan. You cannot, or rather you should not, after working actively for close to 25, 30, 35 years, then you retire, all of a sudden, you wake up at 9 o'clock and you're wondering, what do I do? That is the biggest sickness. You can, some people go into consulting when you are retired. There's nothing wrong with it. Some people take up more time in mission fields. They go and preach. They go to all sorts of places. Some people go into farming, no matter how little. Some people just have a kiosk. Some people, maybe they have been good in barbing, but it must be something that will engage your mind mentally and also exercise your body to some degree. We may not think that we're doing exercise, but every day that you get up and go to school, Prof, I'm here, sir. Every morning that you wake up and you go to school, and you find your office and come down and go and teach and come back and mark a few scripts and come back. That in itself is exercise. If you retire and you don't have a plan, you may not have realized you were doing exercise then, but very quickly, physiologically, the changes will kick in. Because just walking about in the bed or anywhere for 10 minutes under the sun, your body and everything is moving. And that in itself is exercise. It's the same way we must be deliberate about exercising our bodies as we get older. Don't run a marathon, just take a walk. Take a walk. Okay, did I help, sir? Sure.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you for this great opportunity. Indeed, I have learned a lot today. As a matter of fact, I've started planning for my pension. Oh yes, I've started planning for my pension. And Davida, I will see you later. I will see you later to talk about pension. Okay, sorry. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen.